Greetings, Iain from RTO here. Welcome to another Retro Rancome, the show that we look at some of my favourite songs by artists. And today we have got Simon and Garfunkel, some of my very first music memories, songs that I first remember from a certain album called Bridge Over Troubled Water. My dad played it a lot, so that these songs have been a part of my life forever. And so is Simon and Garfunkel. Very, very passionate about these two. I love their music, and I think it's just stems back for them days, being a very young lad. So I have picked my favourite 10 songs. And when I went through this list, there's quite a lot off one album. So I do apologise, but when this album had so much influence on me as a young lad. So let's have a look. So coming in at number 10, we go to 1968 and the album Bookends and the song America. I love this. I love the lovely harmony singing between Art and Paul. It's very, very good. Of course, Yes did a very proggy version of this, but this is the best version and always will be. Okay, then coming in at number 9, we got a 1966 now, and a single that was released. It got to number 3 in the United States and number 17 over here, and it is called I Am a Rock. Love the vocal from Paul on this. I think people forget these early tracks sometimes because of what happened in 1970 with their big hit, but I love this. It is just the guitar work from Paul is lovely. I love that track so much. Okay, then coming on in number 8, we got a 1970 now. This was a single, and it's also off A Bridge Over Troubled Water. When it was released as a single, it got to number 18 in the USA. It didn't chart here in the UK, but it's the lovely El Conde Pasa If I Could. I love this. I love the panpipes, that South American feel. The lyrics are just wonderful. You know, I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. Yes, I would. Oh, I just love this track. I remember this as a child, and that line, I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. I think it is, I'd rather be a sparrow than a snail. I think the lyrics are just wonderful. It's just one of them songs I love. Okay then, coming at number 7, stay with 1970. Another track off that Bridge album. Got to number 4 in the US, number 51 in the UK. It's Cecilia. Love this track. A song about a very loose girl. I think the lyrics are brilliant in this again. Very catchy tune, and you can sing along to it as well. Again, I think these songs are so memorable that you know they've stuck in my head all these years. Great track. Okay, coming in at number 6, we go back a little bit further now, 1968, number 11 in the USA, and it's Scarborough Fair. Now, Scarborough Fair is a traditional English folk song from the Middle Ages, referring to the fair that they used to have in Scarborough up in Yorkshire. It's wonderful, and I love how they sing it in a round as well. So I've heard lots of versions of this, and this is probably one of the best versions. Wonderful little song. It was nice they took one of our UK's traditional folk songs and turned it into a pop song. Fantastic. Okay, then coming in at number 5. Now we've mentioned this will get a mention later in the year. It got to number 1 in 1965, and it's The Sound of Silence. Wonderful track. The harmonies are lovely, and I love how it starts to rock up a bit. The percussion in this is great. I love this song. Like, I love all these songs. Wonderful track. Okay, then coming in at number 4. I didn't put the year down. But it's Mrs. Robinson. I'll put the year in there. There you go. Silly Billy. It got to number 1 in the USA and number 4 in the UK. I love this. I love that guitar at the beginning. That boom boom. Obviously it's from the film The Graduate that starred Dustin Hoffman. It's a classic track. It's probably one of their first big hits in the UK, Mrs. Robinson. Love this. Okay then, coming at number 3. We've got 1970 and the album Bridge Over Troubled Water. And this is one of my favourite tracks on it. It's the brilliant Baby Driver. It's a great little rock track, this is. What's my number? How's your engine feel? Bah, 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 bah. Little bit of sax in this. It's a great track, and you get the sound of the engines. It's a great track. Love that track. Always have loved that track. Okay then, coming in at number 2. Now this is another song off the Bridge album, but it was released as a single in 1969. Got to number 7 in the USA, number 6 here in the UK, and it's The Boxer. It's my second favourite track off the Bridge album. I love this. I love the story it tells about growing up and moving to New York to find a better life. It's just so haunting words, beautifully put together. It's a wonderful song. Love the drums in this. It just adds to it. The eerie drums. My number 1. I think everyone knows this one that's been watching the channel. One of my favourites. My favourite number 1 of the 1970s. It's the first song I really remember as a child, being 4-year-old, and it's of course Bridge Over Troubled Water. Got to number 1 on both sides of the Atlantic. As I've said so much about this song, it's just part of my growing up, and I love it, and I still love it to this day. I cannot, every time I put it on, from that piano, and then when the Sail on Silverbird, the lovely harmonies between Paul and Art. Still brilliant song. That's all I can say. So there's my top 10, but I have got some honourable mentions as well that I couldn't leave out. So the first one today goes back to 1966. This one does. Got to number 5 in the USA, number 9 in the UK, and it's Homeward Bound. Lovely harmonies and just a very simple guitar track with guitar and harmonies. Simple but brilliant. Okay, could go back to the Bridge Over Troubled Water album again, I'm afraid. It's a lovely little track called The Only Boy Living in New York City. Again, I think it's sort of the continuation of the story of the boxer. The lovely lyrics. One of the best tracks on Bridge Over Troubled Water. Wonderful version. Okay, and my last one, we go to 1966 and the album Parsley, Sage, Rosemary and Thyme, and it's 59th Street feeling groovy. Lovely song this is. There's a live version with a little girl singing it. It's wonderful. I love the whistling on it. What can you say? It's just a great track. So there we go. There's a little bit of Simon and Garfunkel. That's all for today. Be back tomorrow. They say it's going to be sunny tomorrow. At least it's brightening up now. It's still not sunny, but it's brightening up. Tomorrow is Marathon Wednesday day, and we have got a great one for you tomorrow. A great band, great proggy band, the Moody Blues. Great band. I've seen them twice. Both times it was the classic lineup, so I was very, very lucky. And we'll be looking at their albums tomorrow. So have a good day. We've noticed that if you look on the thing I've put up, the red bubble, yeah, if you're running out of ideas for gifts, give them an RTO mug or a pair of socks or whatever. So the link's in there, so go and check out the Redbubble store and see if you can find any goodies. So have a great day everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.